Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Unfortunately, it is so gloomy today. It is, and this is the only day I can film this video, so we're just gonna have to live with it. Today, I am finally sitting down to film my fall book recs and my fall TBR because I have been so busy. I feel like the month of September was crazy, and I have multiple vlogs coming from our trip to New York and my birthday that's this week, so I'm excited for those, but I really wanted to film a fall book recs video and get this up early October because obviously it's peak fall. It's time to read fall books. So all of the book recs are over here, all of my TBRs on this side, and I also have some that I don't own that I will talk about as well. So I have these separated into romance, fantasy, cozy mystery, graphic novel. I think that's it. Let's get started. First, we're gonna do the romance books. First is, of course, Soul Searching by Lila Sage, which is her new release. It came out the end of September, and it's like a Western ghosty romance. It's a new series by her, and it is so much fun. If you've read Rebel Blue and you enjoyed it, I think you're gonna enjoy this. If you haven't read anything by Lila Sage, I think you should start with this because it is perfect for spooky season October, and it's basically about this girl who is a photographer. She goes back home to her hometown and meets this upholsterer, and it's going to be a duology, and I'm so excited for the second book. So perfect for fall, and this cover is just so beautiful. Next is The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. This is so much fun for fall as well. I feel like most of these are set in the fall, or some just give me fall vibes. But this is about this girl who, she is a ghost writer, and she ends up going home because of a family emergency and meets a ghost. And you're following her story, and it is so good. This is one of my favorite fall books, and I really want to reread it. It is so much fun. One of my favorites by Ashley Poston, if not my favorite. I just had so much fun reading it. I even tabbed the heck out of it. It is so fun. Also, I try to not give recs that I've given in the past. I'm trying to give new recs, but some of these are not new, such as this one. I feel like I give this recommendation every year. It's When in Rome by Sarah Adams. I read this in the fall a few years ago when it first came out, so it always gives me fall vibes, especially the cover. Like, this cover is just giving fall. But basically it's about a pop star and a baker, and it's a small town romance, and it is the start of a series. The last book comes out in December, so you should read this and then binge the whole series for the fourth one to come out in December. I have already read it, and it's incredible. So anyways, I just love this book. It is so fun, so cozy. It's closed door, and I feel like it's just a quick, fast-paced romance that is perfect for fall. Then we have another book that I feel like I recommend every year, and it's Lease on Love by Fallon Ballard. This is one of my favorite romances of all time, and it's basically about this girl who lives in New York City, and she needs a place to stay, and she ends up moving in with this guy in this brownstone, and you're just following them. It's like roommates to lovers, forced proximity. There's friendship aspects in this, and there's also a scene that takes place on Thanksgiving, so it's very fall vibes. It does take place, I think, all year long, but I feel like it just gives me fall vibes, especially the cover, the Thanksgiving scenes. I just love this book so much. It's so good. We also have The Heartbreak Hotel by Eleanor Clover. This is a new release, and it is so good. It's very heartbreaking, but so good. It's basically about this girl who, her and her boyfriend broke up, and her boyfriend's like this famous pop star musician, I don't know, and she lives in this house that he owns, and she can't afford to stay there, so she asked the landlord if she could make it into this heartbreak hotel to like have people stay there and that like cover her rent basically. And it's just so good. It's so beautiful. It is heartbreaking, but it's so good. I definitely recommend it. It's just perfect for fall. It takes place in Colorado, Estes Park, I think. Next, we have Drawn Together by Juliana Smith. I love this book so much. It's so beautiful. I'm obsessed with this book with Juliana. I love her. And this is a romance set in New York City in the fall, and I don't want to give too much away. It's like friends to lovers, and it's just so good. Just trust me on this one. It is so good, and the cover is just so beautiful. Like, look at this cover. It's perfect. It's also closed door if you're looking for a book without spice. Next, we have The Makeup by Haley Gardner. This is the second book in her, I forgot what the series is called. You don't have to read them in order. I do love all of them, but this one is perfect for fall, as you can tell by the cover. And it's Best Friends to Lovers, and it's just so good. I love this book. Then we have Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I wanted to sneak this in here because Mate by Ali Hazelwood comes out tomorrow, which is the sequel to Bride, so it's the perfect time to pick this up. It is a romance between a werewolf and a vampire. I would not go into this thinking it is a fantasy because it's not. It is a romance that just happen to be werewolves and vampires. I feel like the complaints I've heard about this book is that people didn't like it because it wasn't a good fantasy, and I'm like, this is not a fantasy, this is a paranormal romance. So it's supposed to be a romance. So that's one's in the romance section. This isn't a fantasy, but they do happen to be vampires and werewolves, but it's very fun. I really enjoyed it. Next, I'm going to talk about a few that I don't own. First is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. This is just a really fun time for fall. Small town. I think it's like, maybe not enemies to lovers. I can't remember, but I just had a good time reading this. I didn't love the second book, but this is just really fun for fall. So if you haven't read it, I recommend it. It is very spicy. It was like a 3-star for me, but I really enjoyed it for the fall time. We also have The Library of Shadows by Rachel Moore. I loved this book, technically it's kind of, well, I would say it's a romance. It's more so dark academia. It's about this girl who goes to this boarding school and she is like walking around in the library and she meets this guy and he may or may not be a ghost. And you're following them. It's so fun. I feel like if you liked The Dead Romantics, you would like this. It's less romance than The Dead Romantics, but I just had so much fun reading it. It's one of my favorite books for the fall. Highly recommend. Next is Off the Beaten Path by Madison Wright. This is so fun. Closed door, single dad, small town. Just such a good time for fall. The cover's so beautiful for fall as well. And I just had a really good time reading this. Next, we have Rookie Season by Leah Brunner and Katie Bailey. This is a hockey romance. They are college students, so I feel like it kind of gives the vibe of fall because you're starting school in the fall. And I just had a really good time with this. It's closed door or like Fade to Black. Definitely recommend for a hockey romance because most of these are not sports romances. So if you're wanting a sports romance, I recommend that. Lastly, for the romance is Business Casual by BK Borison. This is her last book in the Love Like Farm series and it's set in the fall. Each book in that series is set in a different season. This one's set in fall and it is so good. It's like Friends with Benefits, but I still loved it. I had such a good time with it. It is spicier, but I still think it's a really great romance. I love that series. I do recommend reading it in order, but if you haven't read BK Borison, you should. Let's move along to the fantasy books. I don't have very many of these because I feel like I gave a lot of fantasy books in my last fall book recs video. If you're wanting more book recs, you can go to that. So I just picked my like top recs. My top recommendation for the fall fantasy books is the Belladonna series. It is so good. I love the series so much. So basically Belladonna follows Cigna and basically she can see ghosts, she can talk to ghosts, she can see death. Death is a character, which is very interesting. I feel like it doesn't sound like something I would enjoy, but I just loved it. I feel like the atmosphere, it's like a gothic fantasy, so like the atmosphere and the vibes are just perfect for fall. And I love this book. And then Foxglove also follows Cigna and I really love Foxglove as well. And then Wisteria follows a couple different characters and this is my favorite in the series, one of my favorite books of all time of 2024. It's just so good. I literally sobbed reading this book. It is incredible. And then the holiday novella Holly just came out and you can read that during the holidays. I already finished it. It's so good. But anyways, if you're wanting a gothic fantasy, atmospheric and like not spooky but kind of eerie ghosty vibes, I definitely recommend it. It's so much fun. And I would not say it's YA. There is a little bit of spice. I would say it's like more new adult. Next, I had to recommend the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I love the series so much. This is definitely not in order. This is a fairy tale fantasy and it follows Evangeline and she goes to this kingdom called the Magnificent North and she makes a deal with a fate and you're just following her. This is so good. A Curse for True Love is one of my favorite books of all time. It was so good. I remember when it came out a couple years ago and I literally sat and binged the whole thing and I have like 5 copies of this book because I love it so much. But yes, I just highly recommend this. It's very easy, beginner friendly for fantasy and there's no spice. It's very good for like young adults or adults and it's so much fun, so magical, so whimsical, and I really enjoyed it. Oh, also while we're talking about Stephanie Garber, I also wanted to recommend Alchemy of Secrets, which is her new release that comes out tomorrow. So by the time you're seeing this, it will be out. Alchemy of Secrets is very interesting. I feel like the plot is just so unique. It's basically about this girl. She lives in LA and she basically took this class on legends and folklore in Hollywood. She then gets mixed up in this situation where she has to find this alchemical, I don't know how to say it, heart, and you're just following her. It is so fast paced and it's so interesting. I'm so excited like when the series continues because it is going to be a series. She has announced this. I feel like when I read it a few months ago, I didn't want to share if it was going to be a series because she hadn't announced it, but she has announced it. So it's going to be a series. She's writing a sequel and it's just so much fun. I feel like it's so fast paced, so quick. You don't know who to trust. And I feel like in a lot of ways, like with the like who's telling the truth situation, it reminded me of Caraval by Stephanie Garber, but it's just so unique, so new, and I really enjoyed it. It's also no spice. Stephanie Garber doesn't write spice, so love that book. Next is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. This book is so good. I read this last October and I cannot believe I put it off for so long because it's one of my favorite books of all time. It is incredible. I don't know how to explain this book. It is very slow paced, so I honestly recommend the audiobook because the audiobook is so good. But I feel like once you get like halfway, this book you cannot put down. It gets so good. It's about Addie and she made a deal with the devil, basically. Some sort of being. She made a deal to live forever, but the catch is that no one will remember her. So whenever she meets someone, when she walks up to someone, they chat, whatever. When she leaves, they forget about her. They never know who she is, which is very interesting plot. So it's like a historical fantasy, but very slow paced. I feel like I listened to most of this, but I could see if you read it physically, it could be slow, but it's so good. I will never forget about this book, and I will never forget about Addie LaRue. Let's just be honest. Also, the font in this book I just love, and I think they just came out with a Barnes & Noble leather-bound edition, and I was just a Barnes & Noble, and I cannot believe I didn't know that, but it's fine. Anyways, I just love this book. If you haven't read it, you need to. It's so good. Now we are moving on to some cozy mystery, which I only have one. It is the Shady Hollow series. I've only read the first 2 books, but I'm just having so much fun with it. It's basically a cozy mystery about woodland creatures, and they solve a murder, and it's like a 5-book series. The last one, or maybe 6, the last one comes out tomorrow, and I'm so sad that it's gonna be over, but I've only read the first 2, and I'm so excited to continue it. But if you're looking for something cozy, fun, wholesome vibes, perfect for fall, I definitely recommend it. The second one takes place on an apple orchard, so it's just like perfect for fall. And I think the third one, Mirror Lake, is set in October, which is just so fun. So then we're gonna go on to some graphic novels. I have quite a few graphic novels that I've read that I really enjoy for fall. First one is, of course, Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. This is just so wholesome, so much fun. It's basically about these 2 friends that work at a pumpkin patch on Halloween night, and it's just so good. And I feel like this is perfect to read on Halloween. I really want to reread it on Halloween this year. I think it'll be so fun, but it's just so cute, so wholesome. I love a graphic novel, especially for the fall. They're just so fun. The next graphic novels I do not own, but I will just put them on the screen. So we have Garlic and the Vampire and Garlic and the Witch, which are just so cute, so wholesome. They're by Brie Paulson, and they basically follow garlic and all of these vegetables that can talk, and it's just so wholesome. There's like a message in both of them, and they're just really sweet. I definitely recommend them. They're so quick, so fast paced, especially if you have like teenagers, middle graders. I think this would just be so fun and wholesome for them. But also as an adult, it was a great time. Also by Brie Paulson is The Firelight Apprentice. This is really fun too. I love the plot of this one. It's basically about this girl who's learning how to use her magic. Anyways, it's so good, and I just love Brie Paulson's art style. It's very fun. And then lastly is Sheets. I do not know who wrote this. I did not write it down. But basically it's about this girl who works at this laundromat. Her dad owns it, and she meets this ghost that shows up in her laundromat, which is just so fun, so cozy. It is a series. I haven't continued it. I've only read the first one, but it's very fun. I've been talking for so long, but we are finally on to my fall TBR. For the romance, a lot of these I did show in my recent vlog, but first is If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. It is set in 1997 Vermont, and it takes place over like September to December, and it's single dad, he's a baker, and it just sounds so good. People have compared it to the Gilmore Girls. I'm so excited to read it. Next we have It's Different This Time by Joss Richard. This is a second chance romance set in New York City. It did come out September 30th, and I cannot believe I haven't read it yet. I'm so excited. The cover is beautiful, and I've heard incredible things about it. We're just flying through these. Next, I got this last year from Forever, but this is Deja Brew by Celestine Martin. I don't really know what it's about. He's a former reality star. I think it's like where you repeat the same day over and over again. I don't know, but the cover is so cute, so I'm excited about this. Then we have Falling Like Leaves by Misty Wilson. This looks so cute. Look at the bright edges. And I've heard this compared to Gilmore Girls and Jenny Han, so I'm very excited about this. It is YA fall romance. So cute, small town. Oh, maybe it's like Second Chance. Oh, maybe they were just best friends. Sounds so good. Another romance, which is technically a holiday book, but I really want to read this soon. This is Holiday Ever After by Hannah Grace. I got an arc of this, which is just so beautiful, and it came out on September 30th as well, and I have not read it. I need to. I don't really know much about this, but I love Hannah Grace. I love her books. I'm so excited to read it. I just know it's a holiday romance, and I'm excited about it. Next, we have some fantasy. So we have The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana, which I've heard is so good. It basically follows this girl who goes to this house and teaches these orphans how to use their magic. I've heard such good things about it. Then we have Rewitched and Uncharmed, which are also cozy fantasies, and I don't really know much about them, but they sound good, and the covers are so cute, especially the orange and the pink. I really want to read those. I really also want to read Starling House by, I do not know the author, but I feel like I always talk about this in the fall. I always want to read Starling House, and I haven't yet, but I would like to. It's like a haunted house vibes. I don't know. Next is some mystery books. I'm putting all of these in mystery because I feel like they are mysteries. First is I want to finish the Shady Hollow series. So I have the third and the fifth. I don't know why. Well, actually I do know why. I think there was a sale on these two and not on the fourth one, so I didn't buy the fourth one, so I need to get the fourth one. So I have Mirror Lake and Summer's End, but I also want to read, obviously, the third one, or the fourth one is Twilight Falls, and the sixth one is Mockingbird Court. It comes out tomorrow, and I'm just really excited to finish the series. It's so fun, so cozy, and perfect for fall. And then I have a couple of like these witchy books. I'm putting them in mystery because I feel like they kind of are mystery. So we have In the Company of Witches by Arlie Wallace. I wanted to read this last year, and then Berkeley sent me the like trade paperback of the book, and it sounds so good. It says, when a guest dies in the B&B she helps her aunts run, a young witch must rely on some good old-fashioned investigating to clear her aunt's name in this magical and charming cozy mystery. So yeah, it is a cozy mystery and I'm very excited about it. And then we also have another book by Arlie Wallace, which is The Late Night Witches. I've heard this was really good. It says, a warm and funny novel about family, love lost and found, discovering who you are, and how difficult it is to slay a vampire. So it sounds very good and very fun, and the cover is just like perfect for October. Anyways, that is all of my book recs and my TBR for the fall season. We all know fall is my favorite season, and I'm so excited to read these books and for my fall TBR. And I'm excited for hopefully you to read the fall book recs because they're so good. If you have any fall book recs or anything on your fall TBR, comment them below. I would love to know. I've been yapping for a long time. So that is all. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.